So you just swapped the rear tires on your car, you upgraded to 14s or whatever, or maybe you just swapped out your rear axle and now your speedometer's reading way off. What do you do about it? You got to gear up. Hey folks, welcome back. Well, taking care of a few minor things here on Red, so we're getting ready for the cruise season. And one of the things I wanted to address was the speedometer. Now, a couple of videos back, if I remember, I swapped out the rear axle for 323 gears, and the speedometer still off. It's better, and we verified that with the GPS speedometer on the phone. But you know, doing some calculations, we have to swap out the speedometer pinion gear. So we're going to walk you through that today. How to figure out what tooth gear you need and how you install it on at least on a 66. 65 is a little different, but pretty much the same. So let me walk you through some stuff. So the difference we have here, I want to start off with 65 and earlier and 66. First off, the speedometer cable for a 65 looks like this. This is the part that seals up in the transmission, and this is the gear. Kind of slips right on the end, right there, snaps in place with that snap ring. The 66 and later, they have this larger housing, and that's what seals on there, and it allows you to kind of clock your housing depending on the gear. And they come in different sizes, but really what you're looking for is the tooth size. This one here is a, what's that? That's a 30 tooth. This one here is a 31 tooth. And this one is a 34 tooth. Much harder to read them on a 65, but let's see. What does that say? Can't see it. Talk to me, Goose. Anyway, they're also identified by color. So if you find a chart, then you can identify pretty much by color how many teeth there are, or you can just count them, because you look for a green tooth, you're going to find two, at least for the 66 and up, and they're going to be different numbers. So how do you determine what is the correct size, the correct tooth gear to correct your speedometer reading issue? Well, there's a couple ways. You go to the factory service manual and look in the transmission section in the back, and it'll tell you speedometer pinion gears, you know, with your transmission and your engine for your whatever application you have. Most of us are going to have a 904G for your slant 6s or 904LA for your V8s. So first off, you start with your tire size, and we all still have, you know, 775 14s on our cars, right? You better not. But then you check your gear ratio. Like I now have 323s, and I have what I believe is the correct one, which is this one here, 34 tooth. So 323s with a 34 tooth green would mean I probably have 695 14s on my car. Okay, great. Well, what if you don't know what the size is? Well, then you need to know the diameter of the tire, and that's a lot easier to deal with it today, right? So I got 323s here, so I need to measure the diameter of my tire to get the right tooth. We're not worried about the color, we want the tooth number more than anything else. Most of us, we're going to have the same size tires front and rear, but some people run different width, different size tires in the back than they do in the front. So measure the diameter across of your rear wheels, and it looks like we're about 24 and a half inches on these set of tires, and these are 205 70R 14s. Now we can go back to the chart. Remember, measure twice, cut once-ish. Yeah, 24 and a half-ish. All right, so I have a 34 and 35, 34. I mean, I think that's going to be close enough. 24, 25 inch. We're going to be in the ballpark. We're going to be a lot closer than we are right now, Because right now, and I have to pull it out, I'm pretty sure we're running a green gear. This one here, it's a 31 tooth, which would put at much smaller tires, 28, which would probably be why it reads off. So we're going to swap this gear out. So on 66 with the floor mounted shifter on the automatic, I got this shifter support bracket here. I got to pop that out, slide it down, and then I can get to the actual housing where the gear goes in. Let's get that off, and we'll get the thing out. Trying to get the light right. There we go. All right, so we're going to pull the speedometer cable off first. Then I can get a better look at where we're clocked on this housing. Then we'll pull this off, and we'll be able to swap that gear out. Yeah, speedometer cable's out of the way, finally. And you can tell those notches that you line up, there's a little dot right at the bottom on this transmission that would line up your mark with. And it looks like it's on something to 31. Let me pull this keeper out and we can see it better. That's better with that out of the way. Yeah, you can see that's on 26 to 31. So when we pop it back in, it's going to be rotated down to the 32, 38 notch. That's one more up. So we'll get that bigger gear to mesh in. So let's pop that out. We'll swap it. So when you're going to pull this out, it will rotate. And you gotta be careful. Get yourself a drip pan, because once it comes out, you will lose some transmission fluid. All right, let's go to the bench, because I believe there's a spring clip in here. Well, actually, there's not a spring clip. It just kind of fits in. So I'm just going to pop it in. I'm going to slide back under the car and get it back installed. And yes, this was just like this green one. It's a 31. So spinning it really oddly. All right, let's climb back under and get this back in while we're still draining fluid. All right, well, that's in. It's clocked correctly. So all I gotta do now is top off transmission fluid, set her down, take it for a ride, and see where we're at. Now, probably gonna need about quart and a half of transmission fluid before you start this job, because quite a bit came out, a little bit more than I expected, to be quite honest. Clearly, it's been a long time since I've done this. So, yeah, pick up a couple quarts of ATF before you start this, because you're going to have to top it off anyway. So, let me get that done, and then take it for a ride and see where the speedometer's at. Let's see here. All right, we're on a side street here, heading for the highway. And we're doing what? About 35. On the speedometer, maybe 36. GPS says 35. That's pretty good at that speed. Let's see. Yeah, a little high 36. It's 35, 36. Pretty good. All right, let's get up on the highway. Okay. That's reading about 67, 68. And we're a little lower than that on the GPS. 69, 70, 65. So when we're spinning 70, we're doing 65. Right around there, 66. It's a lot closer than it was before we swapped that speedometer pinion gear out. So I'm pretty happy about that. At least it's a lot more accurate now. So, taking it out on the road with this GPS speedometer, we figured out that we're doing, the speedometer's reading maybe 2 miles to 3 miles an hour faster than what we're actually going. So we're doing 70 miles an hour on the speedometer, we're doing 67, 68 miles an hour on reality. So it's pretty good, you know. I'm pretty happy about that. Simple as just changing out your speedometer pinion gear, and you just find out what diameter your rear tires are, go to the chart, see what number and color it is, and you can find them online. Typically you're going to find these used, so hit up the forums, car clubs and stuff, check out our Facebook page down there, and you'll find these. And same thing for the 65s, it's just the gear, it pops off the end of that speedometer cable, pop the correct one on, and get your speedometer reading pretty close, right? So yeah, that's about it for this one. I'm going to take Red for another drive because damn, it's nice out today. Hey folks, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Smash the like button. If you like what we're doing here, consider subscribing. Yeah, I'll catch you next time.